in life, you either are going to step up or you will stay stuck. That's what's options that you have. Again, either you step up or stay stuck. Because if you're stuck, that means you haven't stepped up. And if you stepped up, that means you are not stuck. Now, we just have to remember our goal, whether it's financial, whether it's hobbies, you want to get better in your craft, whether you want to have better health. These things, you have to step up, or else you will be stuck. For your health, say for the fellas, if they want to gain muscle or be stronger, they have to do not only exercise, but they have to follow a particular diet. They have to know exactly how they want to look. The more clear that they are and wanting a particular look, then the clearer they can design their own process. They can go through the process much quicker. You can't just plainly say, okay, I want to gain more muscle. I want to be more quicker. You have to be even more specific, because if you're not, then you're going to get stuck. Now, it may seem difficult at first. It may seem too much work, but you can't afford to be stuck. You have to get up and keep getting up, even when you get knocked down. That's when you have to get up even faster. The problem is, many of us stay down when we get knocked down, or when we have a minor setback, or sometimes it could be a major setback. We tend to feel sorry for ourselves and not wanting to try to get back up. Like, if a position that we wanted has already been taken, whether it's for like a career or in sports, or say if you didn't win, a championship. Many teams and many of those have decided to not try as hard, to not put the same tenacity, to not be as intentional as they were in the beginning. While all the while, you have to use that same energy, you have to use that same thought process, and then you have to learn from those parts on what could you do differently. What move could you have made? Even the slightest change makes all the difference. You have to remember that. So, if you're not stepping up, you're going to be stuck. You're going to stay stuck. If you're at a job that you hate, that means it's time to step up. Your inner being inside you says, hey, there's more to life than this. What are we doing? You need to allow me to step in so we'll have room to grow, so we can grow even more. So we can have a better life. You need to step aside and let me in. You need to have me be the driver because you're not doing it. You're not cutting it. We're both suffering here. That's your higher self speaking to you. Speaking to you. Those that know that type of lingo. There's other language or phrases, to use. Me personally, I call it, the Holy Spirit is, letting you know, hey, it's time to move up. It's time to move on. It's time to step up. Because if you don't step up, you're going to stay stuck. You're going to be cramped. You're going to feel so trapped in a job that you hate. And it's going to bother you, and it's going to irk you more and more and more. Okay? So before your inner self, before your higher self starts screaming at you, or even start to, you got to step up. It's time to start looking to where you can grow, to where you can grow your finances, you can grow your skills. Okay? You don't want to be doing the same skills over and over and over, day in and day out, and that's all that you do. There's more to it, more to life than doing your 9 to 5. It's time to step out, meet some higher quality people, touch some grass. You stay in, on a lower ground, lower plane. And if you have these thoughts and sentiments, you was not meant to stay on lower ground, on a lower plane, on a playing field. You was meant to soar like an eagle. You're not meant to be around birds and pigeons. So you started out as a bird, but now you started to developing. You start, your wings, starting to gain muscle. You started to gain traction. You started, those wings are starting to grow. And the only way you can continue to grow is you got to step up. All right. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And put the comment down below. Put your comments down below. Either step up or stay stuck. I want you to put another comment. # I'm stepping up. All right, y'all.